LRBAquatics.com. Hello world, how's it going? Hope you guys are all doing great. If not, hope it gets better for you guys. Now, some of you guys have been following me these last few videos. I thought I was going to do a quick, easy aquascape in this 75-gallon tank. And I've been doing a video on it pretty much every day since I started it. This is the 4th video as we gradually went through the whole thought process of doing an aquascape, different ways we could do it, and all those ideas. So thank you all for coming out, watching the video, and hello everybody in the chat. So let's go ahead and flip you guys around here. A real quick recap of what I did. I got sand underneath the bottom, Brightwell on top, so Escura F, and then I've got microsword hair on the bottom as a foreground plant. Now I was battling so much of what to do with these little planters that I created out of these rocks. Well, as you guys see here, I decided to go to the stem plant route. That's the original route I was wanting to go. I did think about Val, this, that, and other. You can watch yesterday's video where I talked about all the different ideas I could have used with Val and all this other crypts or whatnot, Anubius. But anyways, I decided to go ahead and go with my original idea because that's kind of what I was wanting to see. And these plants, I don't know if they'll do that well since this is no CO2. Like, this is coming out of a CO2 tank and this is coming out of a CO2 tank, so we'll see how those end up doing with this light. Those actually came out of the 240 over there that has a ton of light on it and CO2, but I think they'll still do good. I've kept that without CO2 before. Sometimes the transition can be problematic. This is not kept in CO2, and I can't remember what that is. I'm thinking it may be Stygian Portobello, but what I saw online did not have that color. Maybe the purple Portobello, I don't know. But a really neat plant that was growing without CO2, and I planted that over here, so hopefully it'll start climbing up the hill because it's kind of on a hill right now, and I'm hoping it'll climb and go towards that way. I was thinking about maybe splitting it up and putting it like here, there, but then I'd end up having a bunch of plants, individual plants, battling for space. Granted, they are the same species. Sometimes that doesn't always work, and I don't know if it'd work with this one or not. And the bigger biomass you have, the quicker it'll grow as well. So I'm hoping to just grow it up into one mass. And most of these were just one mass as well. And there's another trick I want to show you. You see how there's kind of a bald space here? And I still got a lot of this left here. There's a little trick to filling that in with these long stems, and I want to share that with you guys. And before I do that, this is the some kind of Luigia, red Luigia, I believe maybe Macaranda, possibly. And then this is the Lymphnophilia bellum. Alright, let me get you guys off of here. Since you guys here real quick. Oh, I gotta turn that off. It's buzzing like crazy. Boink. Alright, so what I'll do with this, it's been a while since I've held the camera without a gimbal here, but see these really long stems? I like to take these and see how it's got all that stem there. It's already even got roots already starting to grow, like kind of up it. You can just take this and plant it down just like that and move the substrate back over there. That's nice and planted. Same with this. You just poke it down in there, boom, like that. Now you got so much more covered. And now this is actually going to grow as one big mass too instead. Alright, here's a loose stem. We'll just fill that in there. Brush that back. Let's see, we got any more we can push down? Maybe get rid of this. Looks like there's a lot of root kind of showing there. You get a little more substrate down there. Sometimes I like to keep like a cup of substrate too to help pour on top when you make all these holes and divots by planting. Sometimes it's easier just to add a little extra substrate back on top of it. But yeah, that helped cover it a bit more. I'll put some up front here. There we go. That looks good. It's looking good. Nice, happy plant here. I feel like I'm there we go. There we go. Get that out of there. And I like to kind of try to make things upright as well. When it comes to plants, you kind of want to position it. Sometimes you'll throw in a plant, it'll be all twisted up with the stems and whatnot, and doesn't make for a very happy plant. But when you do come through them, kind of straighten them out, get them the direction they should be going, then they do much better. There we go. Oh yeah. Just plop that guy right there too. I don't know if I got enough substrate for that. There, that's looking pretty good. I'm going to take this one, stick him way up top. I'm going to trim it off, pull it off, put it in this bald spot here. Now, there we go. That's how you get a more lush kind of plant when you're doing the stems. You don't have much to work with. So yes, it's a little lower now, but there's going to be a lot more that grows up and out from it. And I did the same with that. Now if I didn't do it with that, it would all just be straight up back in the corner. But you get into it, get in the middle of it, and kind of spread it out, and you can cover a whole lot more length with your stems. Alright, I gotta go wash my arm off because yeah, I got fish water all over it. So here I've got a sink to do that in. Looks like Sarah made it home, Lady LRB. Put the kid to bed. Alright, hope everybody's having a good New Year's Eve. Flip you guys over. Man, this thing is real shaky. I'm so not used to not having the gimbal anymore. I used to have a super steady hand here. Alright, there we go. I'm liking it. I can't wait to see it grow out. We got 2019 coming up to watch it grow out. Joel G in New Zealand says he's already 2019. He's a time traveling man. He is in the future from us. So got any good gambling tips on who's going to win the games, Joel? Let me know. Yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited about it. A lot to go on here in 2019. I just mucked up this tank, threw all the back substrate back. I was banking it to kind of look up like that. So now I've just created more what the heck? More work for myself. What? No pit tickling in this tank for you, Haley, yet. Oh yeah, that's funny. When you get into these deep tanks, when you really dig down into there, if you got short arms, you often get tickled in the pits by that water. That's hilarious. And she's in the chat too, so she caught that. That's funny. Alright, yeah, so that's pretty awesome. Got that done. Now we can move on. Start working on fish room videos. I can show you guys that all these rainbow fish in breed mode. I bought some stems from Petco with no roots. I stuck in the sand. Anything else I should do? No idea the type. I can't bend it like that. So if you just stuck it in the sand, yeah, I mean, the only thing you could do is hope they start rooting up and keep their leaves. When you buy stem plants, unfortunately, from like Petco, PetSmart, and stuff like that, they are all pretty much farmed out of water, which means they're going to have a transition period and may take some time and may melt back. So just watch out for that. Don't get discouraged if it does. And you gotta watch some of them plants they sell too. Some of them aren't even aquatic, so it's sometimes a gamble. Dan Slee, thank you so much for your super chat and your support as always. You've been a tremendous supporter this year, Dan Slee, and I super appreciate it. Says, keep doing what you do, LRB. Thanks for sharing all the knowledge and the journey. Happy New Year's all. Well, I really appreciate that, Dan, because it gets to be a lot sometimes, and I appreciate that you understand it as the journey, as me sharing this journey with you guys as well. Because I could as easily, well, I want to say no. I definitely take that back. I couldn't as easily be doing this without you guys. Matter of fact, you guys have made a lot of this possible. So I definitely cannot take that for granted whatsoever. So a huge shout out to all you who have been watching me, supporting me, liking my videos, sharing my videos and all that stuff this year. I super appreciate it. Jeff Griffin, got any threadfin rainbow breeding and any tips for doing so? So I do actually. I have a bunch of threadfin rainbow fish babies here. Now usually rainbow fish are really easy for me to breed out. But with these threadfins, for some reason, the fry have been a little more challenging. And I think that was because I was moving them. I don't know what was up, but now that I've left them in here with this dwarf water lettuce, I don't know if it's a light thing, I don't know if it's a food thing, but they are doing good in there. I do know they really do like floating plants, so like a floating spawning mop or something like water lettuce is really good for them. I got a decent yield in here. They're actually all over the place. They're just really hard to see. They're all back there. At least I'm hoping they're all still in there. And you can see a few up here. They're all getting a lot more nomadic. These dwarf neons are growing fast on the other side. But yeah, best thing you do, they don't really care about the watercolor much. The lighting right here is so funny. I feel like I'm in an 80s like Billy Idol video. Nice day for a white wedding. Or no, face, the face with no name. Or no, eyes without a face. That's what it is, eyes without a face. Holy moly. Philly Man Pete, thank you so much for a $20 super chat. Wow, man. You're awesome, Philly Man Pete. Once again, thank you for all your support this year. You've been a great supporter as well. Always glad to see you in here. It says, Happy New Year to you and yours, Lucas. Looking forward to watching your channel in the year to come. Peace. Well, thank you so much, Philly Man Pete. Happy New Year to you and your loved ones as well. And yes, this should be pretty exciting what's going to happen this next year. I've got a ton of stuff already lined up. And one of the coolest things about it is I don't really know what to expect for 2019. Yeah, I'm going to be doing my thing in the fish room. I'm going to be going to places, stuff like that. But it's still undetermined to see what 2019 will hold. And it should definitely be exciting either way. But thank you so much, Philly Man Pete, once again for your tremendous super chat and support. And then back to the threadfin breeding. They do like mid 70s, higher 70s. And water parameter should be like more around neutral. Which they could breed in harder or softer. They're not too picky. And then even if you want to, even 80s could work for them as well if you want faster growing babies. Oddball Aquatics says, chasing dwarf neon rainbows, question mark. So this is so funny because Oddball Aquatics the other night was coming up. She often has to catch all these babies out of this one of these tanks over here. They constantly have dwarf neon babies literally almost every other day or every other third day. So she ended up, while she was doing that, ends up coming up with a song that goes along with Alan Jackson's Chasing Neon Rainbow. Instead of that, it's chasing dwarf neon rainbows. It's hilarious. Chasing dwarf neon rainbows, living that Aquarius dream. So one day, hopefully here sooner than later, we'll get that video out for you. We'll probably throw that in with the Mr. Placo. There's another one she was working on. She's talented. And if you guys haven't seen Oddball Aquatics channel, she is my helper. She makes a lot of this possible as well, just like giving me the time to do things. And she throws some great content on her channel, and even some behind the scenes of what goes on here. So check her out, Oddball Aquatics. Thomas Skipper, LRB Aquatics. I posted a video and I need ideas for plants on the tanks I set up. Would be hard to see from here, so I can't get on a computer and really look all that up right now. And yes, that was a Billy Idol quote. I thought the cavemen are dead. No, we are much alive. We like to hunt dinosaur and eat things. I don't know. What do cavemen do? Oh, they save a lot of money from Geico, don't they? So easy a caveman can do it. Do. Don't like this long-haired hippie. Leave me alone. Long-haired hippies. But yes. I don't know how much longer it is till New Year here. I think we got like an hour or so. Hour and a half. Alright, well, I better get prepped for the New Year Eve. And yeah, because we're already 17 minutes on this. But yes, finally decisions were made. And I'm excited for the new year. I will probably be on here tomorrow. We'll see. We'll see how that goes. We will see how that goes. Anyways, if I don't see you, Happy New Year's. Hope you guys all have a great one. And thank you all for hanging out. I really appreciate it. And until next time, peace. Peace. Enjoy the new year.